It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Jane Pauley.
It happened this past week. On Friday, we learned of the passing of Stephen Sondheim, a legendary songwriter who reshaped the Broadway musical. Mo Rocca begins our appreciation.
Stephen Sondheim forced the American musical to grow up.
And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore.
Leading audiences to places they'd never been before.
And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared.
To become like Little Red Riding Hood in Into the Woods, confronted with the new, sometimes scary, always exciting. Sondheim was just 26 when he wrote the lyrics for West Side Story, a then shockingly dark look at gang life in New York City.
You'll be swell, you'll be great.
The very next year, he wrote the lyrics for Gypsy, about the mother of all stage mothers, an anti-hero for the ages. He could have made a very fine living sticking to words, but he wanted to write the words and music, and so began a string of creative, if only rarely commercial, triumphs, with subject matter well outside the confines of Boy Meets Girl. Follies, featuring aging showgirls set in a decaying theater, was about faded dreams. The Pulitzer Prize-winning Sunday in the Park with George, about the painter George Seurat, obsessively working, watching the rest of the world from a window.
Finishing a hat. Look, I made a hat.
Sondheim himself was raised primarily by a mother he described as a social climber and whom he resented. But as a boy, he met the great lyricist Oscar Hammerstein of Rodgers and Hammerstein. The relationship would set him on his course.
I attached myself to Oscar in the sense that I wanted to be what he was. Now, I've often said that if he'd been an archaeologist, I would have been an archaeologist.
Instead, Sondheim became a kind of anthropologist, a master observer of human behavior, a man who never had children and yet wrote the classic Children Will Listen.
Children will listen. Phone rings, door chimes, in comes company.
To write his 1970 breakthrough hit Company, a musical about marriage, Sondheim, a gay man who until that point was unattached, invited his friend Mary Rodgers over one evening to tell him about married life. He took out a yellow legal pad, and after 2 hours, he said he had most of the score, including a personal favorite of mine, Sorry Grateful.
You're always sorry. You're always grateful.
No doubt about it, no one did ambivalence better than Sondheim. Just one reason some of the greatest actors of the last half-century are only grateful to have sung his words and music. And who better to pick up this tribute than Patti LuPone, starring in the current revival of Company, and who last year spoke with Stephen Sondheim for us.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair?
I've known Stephen Sondheim for 40 years and have had the privilege of appearing in 6 of his musicals.
Send in the clown.
So last year, just before Steve's 90th birthday, and what was supposed to be the opening of a groundbreaking production of Company, we sat down for a one-on-one. Are you ready for these questions?
I'm not allowed to move my head, so I'm going to have to answer it like this. Hi, Patti. It's awfully good to see you. You look great. How's Matt? How's the kid? How's everything?
Everything's great,
Oh, that's
Steve.
wonderful.
We laughed and chatted about our love of movies. My education is Hollywood movies.
You and me both.
Exactly.
We better not get onto that because we will never stop.
And Steve answered some rapid-fire questions. How about dawn or dusk?
That's a nice one. I guess I like dusk better.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Velvet or silk?
Both of them give me the creeps.
Okay, no more of those.
Right.
Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
Both Steve and I were excited for the premiere of Company with a fresh perspective. Instead of Bobbie with a Y, it would be Bobbie with an I-E. What's happening in the audience is it's an extraordinary experience, not just because it's gender bent, or it has nothing to do with it being gender bent. It's because Company is back on Broadway.
Here's to the ladies who lunch. Eddie laugh.
Today, Steve's work has transcended Broadway. His musicals are now films.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey.
His songs make appearances everywhere.
Nothing can harm you. Not while I'm around.
And after a lifetime of accolades, 9 Tonys, 8 Grammy Awards, and an Oscar, it's easy to forget Steve wasn't always a critic's darling, as he told Charles Osgood back in 1995.
I mean, an awful lot of people have gone historically to musicals to forget their troubles. Come on, get happy. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in making people unhappy, but I'm not interested in not looking at life, because I don't know why I want to write it otherwise.
Perhaps this next part of our conversation sheds light on why. I was surprised, Steve.
You don't have to tell me anything.
Well, I have to tell you this. We have common ground, and I didn't know that you were an actor.
Oh, you mean on TV with Estelle Parsons?
Give it here. Maybe we can set it to music.
Just play some chords.
I'll see if I know any.
I wasn't talking about the TV musical June Moon. I was talking about Steve's acting career at Williams College. Do you remember this review? Sondheim is an actor who knows how to use his whole body dramatically, his gestures, movements, and even the angles of his body, participated in, and completed the vocal presentation of the character.
You made that up.
You got better reviews than I do.
I've never heard of that in my life.
That is a review. I'm not done. His hands were never idle or awkward, but beautifully expressive at all times. He was acting every minute. He was on the stage and acting very well.
Oh, this is not June Moon. This is something else.
No, this is college.
Oh, no, I was good in college.
So
they always cast me, every play they did, if there was a very neurotic, self-destructive, gloomy, get Sondheim, you know. I played every misfit and every, but there was one part I always wanted to play, which was Danny and Night Must Fall. It was about a serial killer, which is a play I had loved since I first read it when I was 12 years old. And once I played that part, I retired.
He might have retired from acting, but acting seems to have informed all of Steve's musicals. But the fact that you were an actor, for me, Steve, makes so much more sense when... Oh, I could cry. Whoops.
Yeah, don't go cry.
Just no, but the fact that the songs that you write are so actable.
Somebody let me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you.
When I'm singing your stuff, it's so complex. And it's which way do I go? Which way do I go? I hate it when people ask me this question, but I'm going to ask you. Do you have a favorite character that you've written?
Character? Well, you see, I don't write the characters. The book writers write the characters. I explore the characters.
Book writers like Arthur Lawrence, who wrote Gypsy with music by Julie Stein and lyrics by Steve.
As far as a character goes, I'd certainly pick Madame Rose. I just think, you know, she's just so much larger than life. At the same time, she's life. That's really hard to do. And I really like her, and I really want to hit her. And it's just, she's so alive.
When Broadway celebrated Steve's 90th birthday with a concert in April of 2020, I performed one of my favorites.
What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard.
Good times and bum times. Steve's seen them all. And we will be forever grateful. Steve, you are, you know, it's...
Stop it. Stop.
You know how I'm feeling.
Yep, I did. It's okay. I mean, it's a compliment.
I have to say thank you. I have to say thank you for me, and I have to say thank you for all of us.
Oh, thank you.
No, I mean it. It's
Okay.
I'm not, this is not planned. This is just coming out of me. Because it just is,
Okay.
I can't.
You've said it. You've said it.
Oh, thanks.
You said it by not saying it. You said it. You said it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. That makes me feel very, makes me feel very good.
Maybe if you whistle,
Oh, yeah.
I whistle for
Well, you did very well.
Oh, thank you.
Actually,